Thank you for watching my video. This is an excerpt from my friend Azrael's Spiritual Live Roundtable Conversations on TikTok, November 8th, 2024, with friends. Everyone in this room tonight has something very in common. We're looking, we're going there, we're trying to get there, we're doing our best. Everyone in here also has something not in common, our body, our own individual body, and what comes along with me having my skin suit here in this opportunity, this beautiful world. Beautiful sky tonight as I look in the sky and I see Orion, and then we know Betelgeuse is the armpit. I learned that this year. We learned, but if I was going to communicate where we're going to a little child, I'd just hug him probably. Couldn't say many words. I'd hear that song from An American Tale with Fievel, and somewhere out there beneath the pale moonlight, same bright star, looking at those things, that feeling of love where we're headed. And it was a beautiful time, I think, of being so flexible and full on board with what you feel, and that time being comfortable to know that there's going to be a point where the skin suit will no longer serve my services, to be that comfortable. Now I believe there's a special season and transition, a golden one I am experiencing now. Between now and that moment, I have irrefutable excitement, goals. I am divinely guided. I'm divinely protected. I'm living this unexistable life right now. In this period now is where I'm going to do what I can do. I have done so much for myself through teaching you guys, allowing me to go up on these panels like some kind of like smart guy. I never got on this community to ruin anybody's day, guys, and bring you down, because Ed's got some bad news for some people some days about how some stuff goes. But through learning these things and these steps and what serves me and what does not serve me, what does not serve others, if that Capitol building on Tony's picture right there used to be copper and it was removed, and during et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Sure, we're what we are, but we are, could be anywhere we are, would still be us being ourselves. And to change and to ascend, we talk about spirals and stories and vortexes, creating portals in the middle, two portals connect to each other with 3 points of circulation, create that 0 point energy in the middle. That is the axis mundi. That is the birth of creation. Two musical chords, that spot, that's where babies come from. So how do we get up to the spiral stairway, up to that next level? How do we get up to that next, wait for it, story? How do we get to the next story of our building? Through our story, through how we live, our body. What am I going to use my body for? What am I going to do? I'm 45. My body can do things. And what are you going to do with your body? Are you going to, I'm not going to be a good mate. I am 45. There's better looking guys, stronger, more able, more money, et cetera, et cetera. So I could use my body to plant, to garden, to speak, to talk, to love, to spread, to smile. But I can still serve in some way. And that way I can look and I can see these truths and these gates and these shadows, and I got a unique way of looking at stuff there. Thank you, Jim Morrison, and those tabs of LS something or other. When I was a teenager, and all of a sudden the walls, Pink Floyd, tear down the wall, that thing crumbled right around me. And it was odd. It was oddball city, but I knew it was baloney. And now I'm full on board, where absolutely every piece of this, not here and there where I gotta, wait a minute, I gotta hold on. No, all of it. Fully embracing it. Sounds crazy, but that spiral going to slides are awesome at the park. Yo, they got a slide. They got a spirally slide. Look at that slide that went up. That's what we're trying to master. We got the dance left and right. No more duality. Let's get that. We got the left moves down. We got our down. We can go down, right down to our right. We can get down to that base and try climbing back up. Now it's all about that magic wand in our back called our spine. And that is our antenna walking around. This religion thing we're all talking about, why it doesn't work. Everyone get together and come through. These doors are meant for one. It's shaped like you, shaped like that thing. You make a pose and the wall goes through. You got to fit the hole in the wall. That's the door to my path, is my shape. Yours is yours. We can't go through together. So they get everyone to hold hands, stick with something, and then everyone gets stuck in the doorway. And we feel like a bunch of turkeys. And just to leave on another happy note before this wonderful experience ends for me and us, the Vatican is protected by the Swiss army, a small Swiss army. It's a little Swiss army in Switzerland. What else is in Switzerland? We know what else is in Switzerland. They're protected by NATO. Italy was one of the founding groups of NATO. 12 countries really strong-armed NATO, which is a defense mechanism. If anyone from NATO gets in a war conflict worldwide. Everyone else on NATO is on Team NATO. The Vatican has the smallest Swiss army. These little guys, they have 50 guys in the army protecting the Vatican. There's 50 of them. And I'm not talking about the Smithsonian or the English Parliament. I'm talking about the Vatican, Swiss army. But there's something else in Switzerland, another portal, CERN, Geneva, Swiss money, because there's no taxes to the church, and that's obviously a huge issue. Money's not real, folks. You want to be happy? Give it away. Give every dollar you got away. Don't say I need money. Say I need transportation. I need a musical instrument. I need a haircut. I need new clothes. Do not involve that paper baloney make-believe stuff. Guys, I'm a capable human being. I can make bank if I want. I can do it. I can hustle, and I cannot if I want to, and still be okay. I haven't paid a cell phone bill. Here's an example, people. I haven't paid a cell phone bill in 9 months now. Everywhere I go. Guess what's changed? Absolutely nothing. I save like $100 a month. Isn't that neat? And we're all talking about growing corn and drinking rainwater. Stop paying a damn cell phone bill. And then, it helps me too. When I'm in a Uber for 10 minutes, I got to sit there and not be on my phone. So it's a little dietary thing too. So what are you doing with your body? You're exercising, cutting out, eating what we eat, man. We know how to make all this food poisonous for a year. Transition, take it, all these rules. There's not much more to it. I don't think we're going to stumble across more than our universal laws and principles that were kind of there. It's really up to us at this point to be healthy, and you know how you feel. You feel yucky, you feel sick, you feel dehydrated. Take care of yourself. Your body will live that life and be so happy. When your body's happy, you're happy. Thank you guys for your space. Good night.
Thank you, Edio, for being here with us and actually sharing your perspective. That is beautiful. That one picture that you made a reference to being the capital was actually the Vatican. It was, they are similar, and you did mention about similar buildings around the world. And it might be tied to some of the topics that you discuss about Tartaria and such. And I believe maybe that's where they get the inspiration from. But thank you so much.
It's easy enough now where the information is in front of me, and I know how to ask the right questions through our available catalogs of information. I'm going to do a little research and get back to you by tomorrow, Tony and AT, because I know like this about the construction process of St. Peter's Basilica, we're going to call it first, built on the land of Nero, the foundation laying, how it took such a short. I'm going to do this research, add it up, and just present what the narrative shows us, just to get that out of the way. And once we can initialize that, that sounds like something we can at least have a perspective. That's a official narrative of this historical storyline. People are like, it doesn't matter. It's like, that's a perspective. Sarah Lynn has taught us to have multiple perspectives in order to get any kind of clarification of an honest opinion or even sight of an individual image that's not vortexed by our own self. So to do that, let's start with what's actually just written in the books available and work from there. And I guess this building's probably built in a very short time in an amazing place. Much love.
And thank you, Edio. And you mentioned you're gonna go hiatus for are you like Smarter Than the Fifth Dimensioner for a little while? So
a lot more on YouTube. You guys, thank you all. I asked a bunch of you to try and support me on YouTube. I got my channel up, so doing lives on there, doing more presentational work, interviews, podcast style material, and ed talk. So something like the Vatican, I'll do something tomorrow, present it on that. So to get the idea myself, kind of let it flow and generate. With slideshows helps so much. TikTok with the slideshow and the behind you, it's very inconducive to do such and get a green screen time to switch. So YouTube seems to be there. So I'll share it to you guys on all Discords and stuff. And if you want to stop in, if you have 50 followers on YouTube, you can join someone else's live YouTube, and I could have a conversation with As Real As It Gets or Alien T, or in this nice kind of one-on-one. I feel it's a little more, well, it's different anyways than TikTok. But I'd love to, I think this, abound. Other than that, I don't think we have to go to Rumble yet or like really get underground. They're letting us say what we want. But you guys, man, you guys think like what I talk. Hopefully you like what I say. You guys are my heroes, dogs. Like specifically, like I feel like I'm like hanging out with the X-Men, and I'm like, I don't really have any powers, but I'm here. I feel like the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy with the Walkman. So thank you guys for letting me be ever present and have a role in this ascension process to do the God work and change this reality. Yes, I'm pumped. I'll go in first too, like pretending I'm the boss. Yeah, let's go. I got the tunes. Rock and roll, guys.
And thank you, Eddie. I am following you. I'm actually a subscriber to your page on YouTube. I'm not sure if you see me there, but I am. I do go to your YouTube page, and that will be 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, or is there a specific time slot?
I think that's the beauty about YouTube. Once it's up there, it's content. If you do a live on YouTube, opposed to having it downloaded after you do a TikTok live, it's immediately uploaded and sent, ready to click on and play on your YouTube channel. So if I went there and did a presentation, if I was streaming this right now, I could stream this screen share. There's an app out there called Streamlab, L-A-B, multiple streaming platforms where you can stream this, and I could stream on Instagram, Facebook at the same time. And once it's there, though, it's there. So it's clickable forever. The gold that you guys like spit sometimes and drop, each one of these little nuggets is going to be every feather in everyone's pillowcase. This is Gaia. This is the self. This is the truth. This is the service. Is the messages. You think we're just all being quip and witty and charming. No, man, you guys are saying things that aren't being so haven't been said yet until they're being said. Like you guys are literally manifesting the universe as these things that we're saying. I hope there's a nice boat in my future. Can I slip that in there? Smiling the whole time. Let me out of this place. Kick me out of the stage, or I'll never gotta go. Good night, guys.
I have a question. What's your name on YouTube, Eddie-O?
Eddie-O knows. Eddie-O knows. Eddie-O knows with a Y. Eddie-O, and that's not really me. My name, I spelled an I-E. My father was Eddie-O, and he had a similar thing like me, which is seeing now, and he healed a lot of people, and he had the Eddie-O fourth-step self-inventory for alcoholics, and he gave the space and created the healing for self, like shadow work. I had no idea what that was, but that's what he did, and he was Eddie-O. Magic number 29, he had 29 questions. He integrated numerology and all this stuff. He was 50 when he had me. He was like 100 years old when I knew him. I was a kid. I was his eighth child in the second marriage. But he was the real Eddie-O. So anything I do is in honor of my father and hopefully my son. And AT, I hope you are proud of your son-in-law and that young man. I would be so proud to be your son-in-law, and how he has you as a father-in-law is something that he's going to grow into after years when he has more kids and grows up to be he's going to see who you are and how unique and magic you really are, bro. I'm sure you don't walk down the streets of Canada up north and hey, thanks for doing everything you do. But that's okay. It's unsaid and it doesn't have to be heralded. It's.
I appreciate you, Eddie. I feel the same about you and what you do for everyone. Keep going, my friend. Everybody's playing their part.
I definitely agree. And thank you, Eddie-O. I'm not going to kick you out. Whenever you want to just drop, you can drop. I'm not worried about the algorithm or anything such. But we're going to continue. And I actually want to welcome in Pharaoh. I don't think he's spoken yet. I think Sigma was the first one to touch on it. Am I correct, or was it Tina? Or you know what? I think Perino, he might be there.
I think Pharaoh's next.
Yes, let's go with Pharaoh. I'm not sure if Pharaoh, did you hear the question that Alien T asked? We're doing a roundtable and we're touching based on the panelists' question. Pharaoh?
Pharaoh, you have to unmute your mic. I had to mute it earlier because it was open and he was coughing.
Yes, I actually unmuted his mic, so he's invited.
Okay, it shows muted. So I'm actually taking this opportunity to say goodnight. Azrael, it's 4:30 a.m. here. I got to get up in about 4 hours and I got to get some sleep.
It's understandable.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I love your background visuals. I think that's important because it sets a mood, a tone, and people follow. Not that it's surface level, it's important, everything is, but your content, your views, your guidance is appreciated. it was a great live, and I just want to thank you and thank everyone here that was speaking on it.